Hey, what's up? For my first TV show review, I wanted to review my favorite TV show. I've been through this entire show, first episode to last episode at least 3 times. I could quote it for, days upon days. My friends love it. I love it. To me, best show in the world. So without further ado, here is what I think of my favorite show, Smallville. Sorry, couldn't resist doing that. um, the thing about Smallville is, you may ask, what do I like about it? Well, what's not to like about it? The show has everything. It's got action, you got drama, you got superhero show, you got which is its own genre. Okay, you got comedy, you got just everything in the show just is perfect. It's all balanced perfectly. It's got just the right amount of every element, and it's all just fit together beautifully. Alright, so let's talk about the actors and the characters they play. First off, you got Tom Welling, who plays Clark Kent, and he is the perfect choice for Clark Kent. Honestly, at this point, cannot imagine anyone else playing a teenage Superman other than Tom Welling. He's just perfect at it. He's so good. He, he does a really good job of depicting someone, who's from another planet and is trying to fit in with people. Trying to fit in with humans, his friends and all that. But at the same time, knows he's more powerful than them. You see him adapting to every new power that he comes across, even when it's kind of awkward. You'll get what I mean with the Heat Vision episode, and but he does a good job of it. You get this feeling that he is kind of alienated from people because he is different from them. He doesn't really know where he fits in at. He's got his two best friends, Pete and Chloe. Who are great characters, but again, he doesn't feel like he even fits in with them. And he's got the girl of his dreams, Lana Lang, who he can't really be around because she has this like kryptonite necklace that she wears all the time. As you know, kryptonite is his weakness. But even without that though, Lana has another boyfriend, Whitney, who's a football jock, and him being the good guy that he is, he wants to respect that and let her be happy, even if it means being with Whitney. So you can relate to that. Wanting someone so badly, and being like just out of your reach. You want them, you, or maybe are in love with them, and they're just out of your reach. There's something blocking your way. And he does a good job of bouncing. And this is all just in the first season, people. There's 10 seasons in this show. This is all just in the first season. And then beyond that, even after he like graduates high school, and starts college, goes back to college, through all this amazing journey, you see him go from being a teenager, discovering his powers and trying to find love, to becoming a young man who's using those powers to protect the streets of Metropolis, deal with otherworldly things, whether it be kryptonite freaks or Phantom Zone people or even other Kryptonians. You see him deal with all of it. You see him deal with all of it in such a great way. And by the end of the series, you believe, okay, this is the man who is going to be Superman. You see it. You actually, in your mind, you're like, okay, I can definitely see Tom Welling's Clark Kent being Superman. Just 'cause he's just got that energy about him. To me, best Superman, best Superman ever. I'm sorry, Christopher Reeve. I'm sorry, Henry Cavill. Not sorry to the dude of Superman Returns, you sucked. But to me, Tom Welling's best Superman ever. But this show's not more than just him. You also have Michael Rosenbaum, who, of course, talked about Superman first. Now we're going to talk about Superman's arch enemy, Lex. The thing about Lex is that he starts off as Clark's best friend, and he literally is the best friend he could ask for. He buys him a truck because Clark saves his life. He gets him these 2 concert tickets and a limo ride just so Clark can impress the girl of his dreams. He's the friend everybody wants. He will do anything, whatever it takes, to be your friend, to help you, because he genuinely cares about people. And it's more than just Clark. I mean, you see him even take Pete, who hates his guts, under his wing in a couple episodes. You see him help Chloe, who Chloe's not sure whether she can trust him. We see him help Chloe in a few episodes, Even Whitney. Okay, Whitney is the jock that Lana's dating, but you see him do something great for Whitney, even, who he also hates. And he hates Whitney because Whitney is what is standing between Clark and Lana being together, and he believes they should be together too. But you see him even help that guy. He's a good dude. In the first few seasons, he's a good dude. But you see also his dad, Lionel Luthor, who's an asshole, and it's just pushing him. You have to be strong, son. You can't let petty little things like family and friendships stop you from reaching your true potential to gain ultimate power. And you can kind of see why Lex will become what he is. It's because his dad is just pushing him forcefully into this role he really doesn't want to be in. And his dad's always tricking him and teaching him life lessons and everything in the most schemy, underhanded way. And you see Lex begin to adopt that, and then there's that, and also I'm not going to give anything away, but there's this one thing that drives a wedge between Clark and Lex, and you see that more that element is in the show. Just the wider the gap is between them until they can't stand each other anymore, and you see that happen. And you see Lex go down, just like you see Clark aspire to greatness and become Superman. You see Lex just going down the dark road that makes him become the villain. And it was sad to see, but at the same time it's like, okay, now we know why Lex is Lex. You see it, and it's an interesting take. And then, of course, you have the other characters, like I said, Lana Lang, who is the girl of his dreams, loves her, and he's been in love with her since episode 1. She comes to love him too. They're on again, they're off again, they're on again, they're off again. They date, they break up. But then something tragic happens. I'm not going to give it away, but I will tell you that there's like this one moment that defines their whole relationship, and they can't be together. And that is the only moment. You're going to think I'm a pussy for saying this, but just watch it and you'll see what I mean. This is the only moment in film or TV history that has ever brought me to the brink of tears. It's that fucking sad. Alright, but Lana leaves, which is sad, but that makes way for Lois, who is just, wow, hottest girl in the show, easily. She's sexy, she's tough, she's snarky, she's sarcastic, she's the perfect yin to Clark's yang. And of course, I'm not spoiling anything for anybody here, because if you know anything about Superman, you know Lois is his girl, so you know they're getting it up together. So yes, they end up together, and she's the perfect yin to his yang. She's the perfect, girl to stand by his side while he's out saving the world, and Lois Lane couldn't have been better. Then you got Chloe. Like I said, Clark had 2 best friends in the first couple seasons, Chloe and Pete. Pete leaves the show, which sucks, made me sad, but yeah, Chloe, who stands by his side no matter what, whenever Clark goes all crazy and, just starts letting everybody down, Chloe's like the one person who's like, I know this is not you. I will stand beside you. I will help you get through this, and I will wait until the day that you are no longer this crazy person, because I know you're better than that. Chloe stands by his side, day by day, no matter what. She's always there for him. She's always someone strong for him to lean on. She's awesome. Chloe is the perfect psychic for him. And then you have the parents, Jonathan and Martha Kent, John Snyder, and the mother's name escapes me. I feel so bad. I can't remember her name. But they're the perfect parents for Clark Kent. You see them teaching him values, especially Jonathan, son, this is right, this is wrong. You always must make sure that whatever you're doing, you feel good about. Clark could have used his powers to rob banks or become the world's best villain or whatever, but no, his parents led him down the right path. And because of that, his parents are very much what drives him to be the superhero that the world needs. And again, you see that happening. You see his parents raising him. And not only with Clark, his parents, they're like the group's parents. Clark, Pete, Chloe, Lana, and Lex. Not so much Lex, but sometimes Lex, but yeah. That whole group is in the show. John and Martha are very much the mama bear, papa bear. They watch out for everybody. They treat everyone like they're their own kid. They will help anyone. They will do anything for anyone. And Clark's friends are family to them. So they are also a great part of the show. And I guess the last character that I can talk about is Oliver Queen, Justin Hartley, Green Arrow. Now, the Arrow and Green Arrow, no. Did not like him, did not care for him. Thought he was trying to be Batman with a bow and arrow, and it ruined it for me. But Justin Hartley's Green Arrow in Smallville, perfect depiction. Right, he's sarcastic, he's strong-willed, he's a badass with a bow and arrow, he can be serious when he needs to be, he is the perfect Green Arrow. I really don't know what else to say about it. I mean, just watch the show and you'll understand. He's my second favorite character in the show. To me, Justin Hartley will always be Green Arrow. Screw the Arrow guy. And I think one of my favorite elements of this show, other than the obvious things, is that every hero that comes along, you see Flash in the show, you see Aquaman in the show, you see Cyborg on the show, you see Oliver Queen in the show, and a few others, but the great thing about all of those heroes is that they all become what they are because of Clark. Clark inspires a whole generation of heroes. They look to him for inspiration. Some of them start out as thieves, some of them just start off as doing things for kicks, some of them don't know what to do with their powers, and Clark sees he was like, okay, this is what you are, but this is what you could become. And he starts them down the right path, all of them. And they form their own little Justice League thing in the Smallville series, and you see that it's all surrounded around Clark. And I think that's what I love most about the show, is that Clark just inspires all these heroes to become these DC legends, and you believe that it is Clark that's going to do it. Another good thing about the show is the music. Every single episode, they have these music infused with moments in the show. They always choose the perfect song. Like, you hear a sad song, there's a sad moment in the show, and but it's really sad song. You're like, that's perfect depiction, Like, one of my favorite examples is, like, there's this scene like Clark wants to play football, and he could play football if he wants to, but then he realizes that he really he can't, because he'll always be looking over his shoulder, he'll always be like taking drug tests and whatnot. And he goes into the stadium to see what he's had to give up, see the fame and fortune and all that. And the song Untitled by Simple Plan is playing, and it fits it perfectly. I could go on and on and on for hours talking about this show, but overall, seasons 1 through 10, this show is great. If you haven't seen it, definitely give it a shot. Buy it, download it, borrow it from a friend, watch it online, whatever. Definitely give it a shot. Alright, so this is going to be my third review, and there's two questions I want to ask you. First off, what did you think of Smallville? Did you see it? Did you not want to watch it? Let me know. Comment below. If you liked it, tell me what you liked about it. If you didn't like it, tell me what you didn't like about the show. If you haven't seen it yet, tell me why you haven't seen it, or why you haven't thought to give it a shot. And just comment below, let me know. And second question, are there any TV shows, movies, or bands that you would like me to review? Leave a comment, let me know. If I haven't seen it or listened to it yet, I will definitely check it out and let you guys know what I think. And that is it for this review, and I'll be coming at you with another review soon.